Hi, first graders. Today we get to finish Nate the Great Saves the King of Sweden. Now, if you'll remember, Nate the Great has been solving an international case in Sweden for his friend Rosamond. Today we're going to read the final section to find out what happens and how Nate the Great solves the case. Remember to pause at the end of each page and read the page to yourself. Something in it, something tiny, glittering, and green, like a cat's eye. I looked closer. It was a cat's eye. Rosamond was not holding the troll. She was holding one of her cats. I gave the picture back to Esmeralda. My case is not solved, I said. Sledge and I went home. Pause here. Sledge went out to look for his buried bone. I watched him look. He could not find it. He had not been much help with this case. It was time for more pancakes and more thinking. What had I learned? Was there a clue that I had missed? I had learned from Annie how Rosamond packed her suitcase. I had also learned that Rosamond bought presents. And I had figured out that one was a troll, and that's what she had lost. Pause now. But what if Rosamond didn't lose the troll? What if she put it someplace and forgot? Where would Rosamond have put the presents? Pause now. In her suitcase to bring home. But Rosamond was moving around, packing and unpacking, so if she put the troll in the suitcase, wouldn't she have seen it? Now, what had Esmeralda told me? That Rosamond went hiking and shopping and to the palace and to smorgasbords. Pause here. What was important and what wasn't? I heard a scratch. Sledge was at the door with his bone. I let him in. I looked at him and his bone. Pause now. Suddenly, I knew what was important and what wasn't. I said to Sledge, "You were trying to help with the case when you went looking for your bone in a special place. You were trying to tell me something." Sledge wagged his tail. I said, "I, Nate the Great, have just solved this case. Now all we have to do is wait for Rosamond to come home." Pause now. Two weeks later, my doorbell rang. I opened the door. Rosamond and her cats were there. She was carrying her suitcase. Pause now. "I'm home," she shouted. "I came here first to tell you that I am still missing what I lost. You are a terrible detective. I knew I should have hired the King of Sweden. How could I let you know if I solved your case?" I asked. "I did not know where you were in Sweden." "I'm famous in Scandinavia," Rosamond said. "I'm easy to find." "Open your suitcase," I said. "Why?" she asked. Pause here. You'll see. Rosamond opened her suitcase. "See how neat it is?" she said. "I put everything exactly where it belongs. You packed all the presents you bought?" "I got t-shirts and a troll." Pause here. Rosamond said. I packed the t-shirts, but I lost the troll. I thought I had packed it, but it's not in the suitcase. I bent down to the suitcase. I picked up Rosamond's hiking boots. I looked inside the left one. It was empty. I looked inside the right one. Something was in it. I reached in and pulled the something out. It had the longest nose and more hair than anything I had ever seen. Pause now, friends. My troll! Rosamond cried. Now I remember where I put it. Yes, Annie told me you had a plan for everything you packed. You bought this troll, and you gave it a home. You knew that trolls live in dark places. Pause now. So you put it in the bottom of your boot. Right, Rosamond said. It was cozy and perfect. And you forgot, I said. You had already gone hiking, so you didn't use the boots again. Time went by, you went to smorgasbords, you went to Sweden, you went to a palace. Then you remembered you hadn't seen your troll. So you thought you had lost it. I, Nate the Great, say that sometimes things are put in places that are so special. Pause now. That nobody remembers where they are. Sledge had buried a bone in a special place and couldn't find it. Rosamond clutched the troll. Oh, you are so lucky to be such a great detective, because now you can have the present I got you. Rosamond pushed the troll at me. I am giving everyone else Norway Loves Rosamond t-shirts. But when I saw this troll in the window, I knew it was you. Rosamond closed her suitcase. Pause here. And walked out with her 4 cats. Sledge sniffed the troll. This troll still needs a good home, I said. I went down to my cellar, walked to its darkest corner, and sat the troll down. Enjoy your life, I said. Then I went upstairs. This case could have ended better for me, Nate the Great. Pause here. But not for the King of Sweden. He was one lucky king. He would never get a card or a phone call or a knock on the palace door from Rosamond. And that's the end of Nate the Great Saves the King of Sweden. Boys and girls, today your job is to write your conclusion to your 5-sentence paragraph. Then you will rewrite your paragraph for your final draft. Don't forget to turn your story in on Friday, and the rest of Friday is just for fun and relaxing with your family. I will see you next week. Bye, boys and girls.